Welcome back to Be Productive. I'm your host, Clara Capano. Are you looking at growing your business? Do you have a plan and real strategies to help you scale it the right way? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in this next segment. So get your pen and paper ready because you're going to want to take notes because I am bringing on my friend and bookkeeper extraordinaire, Noura, with Noura's Books. And she is going to talk with us about the importance that proper bookkeeping can have as we grow and scale our businesses. Noura, it is so good to have you back. Love having you on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes. So we're talking about bookkeeping as it relates to growth and scaling. So, how can accurate bookkeeping support a business growth and scaling efforts?
So we are in the age of data, right? Data says everything. And without data, we cannot really make an accurate decision. So
Mhm.
that says like accurate data, which is bookkeeping, basically, like you can run reports, you can get accurate data, then you can actually make accurate decision. And this is what you need in order to grow your business. If you do not have accurate data, therefore you don't have bookkeeping, you don't do reconciliation, you don't do any of that, then for sure you're going to make a wrong decision. Well, maybe by chance it won't be, but if it was carrying you so far, don't rely on that to carrying you like a year and year after year,
Mhm.
because you really need to have that accurate data in order to have an accurate decision. So you want to make sure, like, when should you invest in a new employee? When should you invest and maybe purchasing an asset that's going to help you do your business better? When you should hold off and maintain your cash flow instead. So that's all. You get this data from your bookkeeping, from your financial statements.
Yeah, it's so important. And again, my head is just swimming with all these thoughts because I'm thinking about it for myself and going through all the checks and balances in my head as well. As we grow, as business owners, we think about, okay, what are the systems that we need to evolve, that we need to adapt? But I think sometimes we don't think about the bookkeeping systems that also need to adapt and evolve as we grow. So, what are some of the strategies within the realm of bookkeeping that we need to think about as business owners and entrepreneurs so that as we are growing, our systems are growing with us?
So as you grow, you want to make sure you have a financial policy in place, because when you start alone, maybe you don't have that, maybe you have it in your head somehow, but as you
Mhm.
grow, you cannot stay, it cannot stay in your head. It has to be on paper. So you have a financial policy, everyone is informed of you have to financial control policy. So like who's gonna do what and what whose access everyone has in the financial system. You need to monitor your financials in a daily basis. This is when you start having someone to take care of that. And you, as an owner, you must be doing this on a daily basis to make sure, like, if anything happened, you can take a
Mhm.
measurement, any action that needed in timely manner before it's a big loss, or what
Mhm.
things happen, loss can happen. Like, the more people have access to your data, the more security you should have. So
Mhm.
you want to make sure you have all these policies in place in order to actually have protect your books, protect your financials. And bookkeeping is only one component in actually the entire financial strategy that you should have in your business.
Yeah. See, and that's another reason why people need an expert such as yourself, because we may not think of these things. Or I may say, well, I need a different system, but I don't even know where to look. So, again, this is why, as a business owner, you've got to have strategic partnerships. You've got to work with people that you can trust and those that can really listen to your vision so that they can help you implement the right growth strategies in every aspect. Now, Noura, one of the other things that we know is so much of what we do today is really about our future. So, how does real time bookkeeping help us and how does it influence us in the decisions that we make for our future growth and expansion?
Because when we do projection, for example, we can look at the market, look in the ahead, what are we expecting, our goals. But what really keep us grounded is the real data, is the data that is We know it's fact, it happened. So that is our financial statement that comes from our bookkeeping. And if we are running behind on that, we're not going to see the accurate data that's happening until today. So it's going to affect our decision when we actually plan for future. We want to look as much as possible to the data month by month, season by season. It depends on our industry. It depends on what we are planning to do. Do we need to cut off one service, one product, or do we need to change anything in the way we run business? All of this is going to be actually coming from historical and upcoming data, not only upcoming, because we might be over estimating if we're just looking ahead. Like, again, we need to look at the history, which is financial statement, to keep ourselves grounded.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So many things to, keep in place and to think about again as we are growing and scaling our businesses. Now, we're going to have all of your contact information in the show notes so we can, get people to your website, but I want to highlight something new that you're doing because again, you are a wealth of knowledge. You have just started a podcast. So tell us a little bit about your podcast and where people can find it so they can continue to get these amazing nuggets from you.
Sure. So it's called Noura Speaks, and it's on Apple Podcast. I'm doing a daily speaks. Like
Mhm.
I can cover like financial, nonprofit, personal stuff, reflection on how I started my business, reflection on my daily life, just documenting as I go. Maybe it can be some inspiration for you, for any of the people listening. I plan to do it like every morning, 6:30 a.m. Central Time. You should be able to listen to it while maybe driving to work, driving to our meeting.
Mhm.
So it's short and sweet right now. I don't have plan for the future, but this is how I'm starting. I'm playing it by ear.
Perfect. Well, again, I just am so proud of you for doing that because, again, you are committed to just delivering value and quality education. So, thanks so much for doing that. So, for all of you watching, make sure that you go and catch that podcast to really help keep you in front of the curve. Because remember, if you're going to be productive, that also comes into how we grow and scale our businesses. So, stay tuned. We'll be right back for more Be Productive.